Hi there, welcome back to James and James Podcast. I am James.
And I am also James.
Whoa, I guess that's why we're called James and James Podcast. All right, so what's going on in the world of WWE?
All right, so this past Monday, we had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out on Raw. And they're talking about a promo. What Sami says about how he gets Kevin Owens' point about him, leaving the bloodline and not wanting to be with him. So I guess he kind of agrees with him now.
So now I guess they're on the same page now. So
yeah.
Pretty much that's what the promo was about. Like, okay, I understand about being a business, about how I was asking you the wrong. So now we're moving forward as a family.
And then they start wanting to take the next step forward together as a tag team, about them being on the same page. And then they look at the WrestleMania sign and they know like what's next for them to do.
Now, I don't think they were going to be a tag team. I think they were just like, okay, we got to figure out what to do to bring down, right?
Yeah.
The bloodline. And of course, they look at but did they look at the sign then?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, all right. And then what happened next?
And then they start wanting to challenging the Usos for the titles to bring them down.
Well, the Usos came out, right?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the Usos. They came out, and I guess they started telling them about
how you don't deserve a shot at the titles. How you are always like at each other's throats and everything.
They're trying to make it sound like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are not a real family.
Yeah.
Because they're friends and not friends, they're friends and not friends, and so forth like that. But I think Sami Zayn tells the Usos the same thing, right?
Yeah, basically how like the bloodline is not falling apart still.
Yeah. So then I think Jimmy says no, you don't deserve a shot. Or
yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. How like then Kevin Owens goes, well, let's go brother versus brother. Even though Sami and Kevin Owens are not brothers, they're like brothers in friendship though.
Yeah. And then Jay was thinking something else, right?
Yeah.
Because Jimmy said no, and Jay was like,
who was in the right mindset?
And so now now we got the match now for WrestleMania, right?
Usos versus Sami and Kevin Owens.
Wow. All right. So I wasn't really expecting that one. I figured Sami Zayn would do something with the Usos, but I guess it makes sense with Kevin Owens comes in. But they're still they still got that one other person still with no match or in the way of maybe getting in the way. And what was that other guy's name? The cousin? What is it?
Solo Sikoa.
How do you say it?
Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, who's going to monitor him?
Exactly, because he's not booked for a match yet.
And he probably won't be booked, but he's probably going to be part of the Usos to walk out, and he's going to be outside, I bet you, during the match.
Yeah, it's like he's like managed, or he's going to disrupt the match and cause them to win. Well, the Usos to win.
So then now next is, will the referee tell Solo Sikoa to leave?
Yeah, but even then, he's still going to come out.
Well, in order for the ref to tell him to leave, like he has to do something. Or they put a stipulation that he doesn't get in the match at all.
True.
So, but we'll see what happens because Usos are notorious for interrupting matches.
Yeah.
Because it's rare that they win it on their own.
Yeah, it's very true. It's basically every time they have a match.
Yeah. So.
Anyone in the bloodline has a match, really.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Do you think the Usos are going to keep their titles, or you think they're going to lose them?
I think they're going to lose them because I think all title races at WrestleMania are going to come to an end.
Now, are they wrestling for both titles?
Yeah, no, not both sets. Not both sets.
So they're wrestling for the Smackdown or the Raw?
I'm not sure. They haven't said it.
Well, I remember Kevin Owens saying the belts. The belts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, for undisputed. So that to me, I'm thinking they're probably doing for both, maybe.
Yeah, because they really haven't announced anything about what sets are going for.
Because I don't think Usos could wrestle twice.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they can. I mean, the company wants them
Unless
to.
they go and do that, like, double or nothing, and go all in for it.
Yeah, that's true. Right. So what else is going on with Sami Zayn and KOs? Is there anything else going on?
Yeah, so fast forward to SmackDown, they start noticing the chance they have now. The chance to end the title reigns now. So they're really looking forward to it now that the match is official. But then after they do all that, KO has a T-shirt, And it says KO Mania, which it does like every year. But on the front of it, it has WrestleZania. So that's kind of like a new T-shirt now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so both names are on the same shirt now.
Yeah, front and back. Well, no, yeah. Kevin is on the back, Sami is on the front.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
So that's me, like, I guess, like a top-selling T-shirt.
Well, I see how it goes going into WrestleMania. How many people will be wearing it?
Exactly.
Or buying it?
You know, that's going to go fast, sell out, that T-shirt.
See, maybe people from Canada. So.
And then the Usos come out and they start attacking, I believe it was Sami Zayn and Owens too.
Oh, so, okay, the Usos attacked them.
Yeah, on SmackDown.
And who came out on the top? Because I didn't see that one.
I believe it was Kevin Owens, I believe. Sami Zayn. I'm not really sure.
I think that was from the first one. I guess because I remember because Usos on Raw, Jay said, we don't have to wait for WrestleMania. We could do it right now. But then they attacked them. I mean, they both started fighting. But then Kevin Owens pretty much ended the.
Yeah, well, on Raw, the Usos grabbed the chairs, and then Roman Reigns came in the car. So they kind of stopped and like, wait a minute, he's here.
Yeah, it's crazy that they all stopped.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I was
I
Kevin
guess
Owens,
it's just his presence.
Yeah.
Not even a person, just on screen.
Oh, but you're going with that. Okay. But then Roman Reigns bring Jay back into the office or something?
Yes. Yeah, so he's talking about like...
That was in SmackDown, right?
No, that was on...
Raw?
Raw, yeah,
okay.
Raw.
But then I don't understand why Roman Reigns was still asking Jay if he was in the family. I thought he already took care of that. I thought that was a done deal. So why is Roman Reigns still asking Jay?
Well, at the same time, he hasn't really had like a one-on-one with him yet. Or like he kind of has, but it's been only with Jimmy because Jimmy was trying to get a hold of Jay. But on Raw, he started saying how after you tell your brother to go get a hold of you every week, and we heard nothing from you, and now you're trying to like take over and everything.
Yeah, but with me, it doesn't make sense. Why does Jay need to tell Roman Reigns? I guess because he's a leader of the group.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, I can understand Roman Reigns say, "Hey, I haven't seen you. You haven't talked to me. What's going on?" But to still say, "Are you still part of the family?" That is still something because I thought he already took care of all that. And about making decisions, I think they're the tag team. They're the tag team champions. I think they're supposed to make the champion.
Yeah.
The matches. Of course, the company does too, but I don't think Roman Reigns should have any say-so on the tag team champions of that. But
true.
I guess Roman Reigns wants to have a tight nip on everything. Like he wants to be the main person that says everything.
Yeah, because I guess he's the tribal chief.
Yeah, the tribal chief.
All right, so now let's go back to Raw again and do the promo with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
All right. Oh, that's right. They did. I don't remember too much about that though. I think Roman Reigns was out there first, right?
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good promo. Actually, I think they were both at the same time. Yeah, they were, and he started saying Cody Rhodes about how he ran away from the company because that was Stardust thing.
Oh yeah.
He didn't like that, so he ran away to AEW. And that's when Reigns was like mentioning how you ran away and started your own little company of yourself. Because he did help a lot over there in AEW.
You know what? I remember Stardust now. Now that makes sense now why he said that. I'm like, I thought he was making fun of his brother, but yeah, I remember that character.
You like that and everything?
Yes, that was crazy. Okay, now I remember that. But then Cody Rhodes said, yeah, I went to some other company, whatever started that, but started another project, he said.
Yeah.
But he goes, but the people in the locker room are making more money.
Yeah, now that I was there.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. I mean, they are making more money because WWE was locking down contracts, so they don't go to AEW.
Because the reason why AEW is not big is because of Cody Rhodes. Because he was there in the very beginning, like the first episode.
Yeah, he started out.
And of course, like Chris Jericho, John Moxley, all them were there, but it was mainly because of Cody Rhodes.
Well, John Moxley went later.
Yeah, way later on.
Jericho, I think, was the beginning also.
Yeah, Jericho went, in the very beginning.
Because John Moxley was trying to get out of his contract.
Yeah.
At that time. And we thought that was a storyline, but it wasn't a storyline. Like, he really wanted to get out.
like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
It's not staged anymore.
Yeah, no, because usually everything is staged down there.
But then he starts, telling Cody Rhodes, what if you don't beat me? What if, you fail? And then Cody Rhodes was saying how, well, let's go back to you because you remember how to lose. He had lost like 2 years or two, like 1 or 2 years.
Yes.
Because now you have to wake up without the titles and go on Raw, and with your tribe. They're saying how James will leave you, and then Jimmy will follow, and then Solo, then the Wise Man. But that kind of left Reigns like speechless, and I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, because even with Paul Heyman, he even let Brock Lesnar to get somebody else.
Well, Paul Heyman was always like a jumper as a manager. Remember the CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, and everything.
Yeah, but CM Punk, so he had to go somewhere else. I think he went to Brock Lesnar after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman's a manager, so yeah, I mean, if this guy's not doing anything, but it's just one loss, so I don't think Paul Heyman's going to jump.
Yeah, but you saw when Cody Rhodes said about how Heyman will leave you? He goes, no, I want my time with you. I will stay there with you.
Yeah, that's what he said to Brock Lesnar too, didn't he? But he went back and forth to them.
It was really funny.
Yeah, but that's great. But yeah, it did make Roman Reigns think a little bit there.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. He had no comeback.
So then, who has more motivation to win?
Well, obviously Cody Rhodes, I think.
Well, yeah, he does. I think they're both at the same point, right there, because Roman Reigns needs to win to keep his undisputed title and to show like, hey, you were wrong and the bloodline's not going to fall because of me.
Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes too, Cody Rhodes, Vance. Cody Rhodes then needs to win because just to, be the champion and bring down Roman Reigns from his ring as the leader.
Yeah, the tribal chief.
The tribal chief, the undisputed champ, and somebody has to do it. Because to me, this thing is going too long. I think they should have stopped this day in Royal Rumble or something like that. Like, this is going too far already.
But there are reigns that are like twice as long as the Romans right now. I saw a video on TikTok. It was like Bruno Sammartino was about like 2,000 days.
Yeah, but you got to remember, they weren't on TV as much as they are now.
Yeah.
So they could be for I think one of them's 8 years. But how often did they see them?
True.
That was totally different because it wasn't on TV all the time.
I remember Brock Lesnar never came out too, but mainly we was a champ.
Yeah, but that's always been his contract like that because he's always doing other things. And for them is if for ratings, the ratings go low, they just call Brock Lesnar and he comes in. Everybody's chanting Brock Lesnar, especially when he first came back.
Yeah,
that was a big deal.
Especially by like Goldberg.
Oh my God, Goldberg. I don't want to talk about Goldberg anymore. But yeah. So again, now that we're talking about the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, what about WrestleMania? Who do you think is going to win?
I say Cody.
Cody Rhodes?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's finally time to end this?
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
Because I think all 10 reigns, not just like the main titles, but like U.S. Championship, like the IC title, they're all gonna end. At least I think so.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do. I don't see any reasons why they should continue it. I think it was a good storyline, but now there's other storylines to go too, because they have all these tag team. They have all these tag team people in the back, in the locker room. Yeah, waiting to come in and shine, but they can't because of this storyline. And they need to cut that out so that way you could continue having people to chant for other tag team champions.
Because if they do keep this up, I feel like people are going to start getting released. Like they're going to buy a contract. Yeah,
because it's hard to shine and it's hard to compete when you've got these people coming in every week on Smackdown, on Raw, and any other these other shows that they have to come in and do their 20-30 minute promos. Or they have to match up in there, and it's taking all that time. And then they're like, well, you're not really doing anything, so we got to cut you. Well, you don't give me a chance.
Yeah, because that's what what's it called, Jungle Boy was saying on, was it Dynamite? He said we had like male and females in the back cutting their promos at more like 15 minutes a week, like mainly like not long.
Yeah, because of all these storylines. But yeah, I mean, that's what I think about that. I'm really hoping that Cody Rhodes wins, not because he's back and he's the new wrestler, professional wrestler, and so forth. I just want him. I just want Roman Reigns to end. I was a Roman Reigns fan when he came in during the Shield and all that. But now, like, okay, we get it.
You're all that. You're on top.
Okay, next. Come on.
Now, do you think that the bloodline is going to fall apart if he loses?
No, I don't think it's going to fall apart. I think
at least not right away. Yeah.
No, in order for it to fall apart, they have to turn on each other.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. And eventually, they are going to turn on each other because they all need to be successful on their own. Just like the Shield. When the Shield separated, everybody was good. John Moxley, of course, went to AEW. Seth Rollins became real big. He's a headliner.
He's still big now.
Yeah, and same thing with Roman Reigns. So they're all going to shine on their own.
That's what Seth Rollins says when he to Roman Reigns like a few years ago, like 2 years ago. That like when I hit you with that chair, I open up new things for you.
Now with Usos, I mean, they could continue being tag team partners and be successful, just like the Hardy Boys and Kristen and Edge and the Dudley Boys. They could be those people that are now, but they could all be successful on their own too by becoming international. Like separate for a while, like Kristen and Edge did that. They separated and they got these title rings and so forth. But let's see what Usos does, if they will separate or they stay together.
Because I think Jay will be like kind of quiet if he loses. Not like necessarily bad, but I think he'll be like on the side if he loses.
Now, would they have rematches on all these?
Oh yeah, especially at Backlash, because that's what Backlash is mainly used for, just for rematches after WrestleMania.
Well, usually after WrestleMania, all the matches they did will be on Raw. Like they just do them all over again. I'm like, why? We just went to WrestleMania, spend a couple of $1,000s to watch all these matches, and watch them for free the next day. Like, what is that? Anyway, but that's just that. So what else about Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes?
That was the main event for this week at least. We still got next week with Cody Rhodes faces Solo Sikoa on the Raw. The Raw before WrestleMania.
Oh, curious to see how that one's going to go.
Yeah, because Cody Rhodes can't go all out on Raw to save his body for WrestleMania.
Yep. And see if Cody Rhodes kind of gets through Solo Sikoa. Every time Cody Rhodes talks, Solo Sikoa starts thinking more stuff.
Yeah.
About that.
Especially when Cody Rhodes said like he's not ready yet.
Yeah, and I don't see Solo Sikoa really being successful on his own right now. He needs somebody else to help him.
Yeah, I think that's what the Usos are for. Not necessarily Roman, but the Usos.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to play this character, because he's always on the background. He doesn't really have much to say either.
Yeah. When the Bloodline goes backstage, gonna cut a promo, Paul Heyman goes out and tells the Usos to like go in a jet, and we have a bunch of like dining over there, like seafood. But every week it's like he's kind of like trying to find them up a little bit, because they always send him to jet with food. It's just kind of funny.
I wonder if they ever go and they're like, there's nothing there. He lied again.
We say we're like an hour. We haven't left yet.
I'm like, what? What's going on? I bet you there probably is no food on there. Get there.
Man, how's it coming?
I'm like, who pays for all this food? WWE's like, hey, I got a bill for all this. Like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, no. Hey, did you see that I don't know if it was on, I think it was on WWE, when they're announcing about WrestleMania, and they showed AJ Styles. Remember last year he came out with a cut on his head?
Oh, yeah.
And when you were like, why is he cut? Like, what's going on? Did he have some backstage brawl or something?
Yeah, but he didn't even realize he was bleeding either. While he's walking, he's all...
Yeah. And now they finally showed us why, because I guess they get a little promo of him talking about it.
Yeah.
How it was funny that he came out, when he was walking out behind the stage, he bumped his head on
that star by the bottom of it.
Yeah. And he bumped it and he's like,
but he
shook it off. Yeah, you could hear the sound. But he shook it off and he went outside, he's walking, and then that's when he like, what the...
I mean, you can tell he went like man that down. He pushed it down all the pain. Yeah. And for him to just walk out like nothing, and he was hurting on the inside a lot.
He's like, what the heck was that? But I saw that. I mean, now it makes sense. Why? Because we're all like, why is that? Like, what's going on?
You know? That was just like a complete foul, I guess.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So what about this Edge thing that I saw? I saw Edge coming out with his like a little head floating around or something.
Church candles.
Church candles. I'm like, he's gonna burn his beard. He's too close to the candles.
It's like he was like a Zoom call.
Exactly.
All right, when I call you, put some candles here and here, and it'd be good. And make it dark.
So what are they doing with this guy?
See, but it was kind of like a real promo because we never really saw this side of Edge before. Not even with like the Judgment Day before. It was kind of embracing a new side of him in this promo.
Yeah, because now he's talking about how he's evil.
Yeah.
How he could bring the evil out.
Yeah, evil out of people and everything. It's pretty weird.
Because I remember him as the rated R superstar.
Yeah, that's always been his whole career.
Yeah, this is a whole. I know when he went to Judgment Day, he came a little dark because he was coming back, and then all these promos he would do. But this one was just totally like
different, like embracing a new side.
And I guess it was because Finn Balor was talking about Finn Balor was talking about his demon or whatever he has, right?
Yeah, but you remember that, right? How his demon, he had that whole gimmick.
Yeah.
But
did he do the worms? He didn't do the worms.
No.
Right? No, he didn't. Oh, I wish he would have done that. The other one, the Boogeyman, did the worms.
But this demon side of Finn Balor, we haven't really seen that side since like 2019, 18. So it's been a few years from that.
Yeah. We went to the matches. We never saw Finn Balor and Demon, right?
No.
We wanted to, but he didn't.
Yeah, because we didn't own it. So I'm like, oh, maybe. No.
He didn't come like, oh, come on.
So, but fans have been saying on TikTok, like, what if he does come back? You know, we want this side of him to come back. So I guess they listen.
So what do you think is going on with Edge? Is Edge wrestling or is he not wrestling? Like he's becoming a Brock Lesnar, just coming out when he wants to.
Well, I think Edge's not really wrestling because at the same time he's in a career. We're only seeing like the last of Edge right now, like the last few months. His days are getting numbered.
Yeah, it's funny though. I don't understand that. I mean, like, yeah, he's been there a while.
No, like, should they push Edge to more matches? Yes, they really should. Not with Finn Balor, but with other people. Like, get some dream matches in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about. I mean, if you look at the Undertaker and Kane, I mean, they were on there for a long time. Well, the Undertaker was longer than Kane, but no, I think Edge was probably there at the same time, or maybe a little bit after. So yeah, I guess so. I mean, if the Undertaker was wrestling slow at the end.
Yeah, he was, because he was old though.
Yeah,
past 50 or something.
I know Edge is probably about the same age, so like.
Yeah, like I say, Edge's days are getting numbered now, so we're within the very last of them.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky we saw him at the Royal Rumble though.
Yeah, and Beth Phoenix was there, right?
Yeah,
his wife.
In spirit of Rhea Ripley.
That was good. So, all right. So I guess he's just coming in because probably retirement soon. We'll see how it goes because these are a lot of the big names that are going away already.
Yeah, especially Edge.
So right now, if you think about big names right now, you just got like Seth Rollins, Randy Orton's still there.
No. Well, he's in a company still, but he's not wrestling. He's made out for.
But he hasn't officially ended yet.
No. Now, some of these are getting number 2, like Rey Mysterio now, Hall of Fame. So we're gonna be seeing lots of him now.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some stuff in the background. He'll probably be like kind of like Charlotte and Ric Flair. How he came out. Ric Flair came out with Charlotte.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll probably see that with Rey Mysterio.
Not really.
No, I think so.
Maybe after WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, I mean right now they got to play out this storyline that they have. Or unless he's going to be a backstage, he's going to be a trainer or something like that.
Yeah, because a bunch of retired people probably like the way back and all backstage are working.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anybody left besides Randy Orton and Edge that are still wrestling at this time?
I guess we're seeing a new generation of wrestling now.
Yeah.
It's been like that, but now it's really come out. It's like the Spurs. Like no more old players are there. It's a whole new team.
I know. I'm like, what? When you go to the game, like, oh, this is totally different.
Yeah, the same with this whole roster now on the Raw and SmackDown.
So then, so what's next now? Okay, so we're talking about. We just mentioned Rey Mysterio. So what about Rey Mysterio and Dominic? Because now we got a match.
Praise the Lord.
I know when he said it, you're like, finally.
It's been months, like it was ever since Clash of the Castle.
So who do you think is going to win?
Ray. He has to.
So then, you want the father to beat up the son? Is that what you want?
In this storyline, yes.
Okay. What about for real?
No.
No.
I didn't flinch.
I
Just
noticed
saying.
that shit. The karate's paying off. All right, so then, but yeah, but it took a while for Rey Mysterio still to say yes, because he even just walked away still, right?
Yeah, he was walking away, and then Dominic turns to his mom and sister, and saying all this like rude stuff to them. But shout out to like his mom and his sister for being there for that promo.
I thought his mom was gonna slap him right there.
I think if she would have, that would have pushed it more in the promo.
That would have been perfect.
Or the sister, at least.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, but I think the mother should have done more.
Yeah, especially the mother.
I'm pretty sure she's like, no, no quedas sin nada.
My mijo.
But I bet you probably when he went home, she goes, hey, you talk to me like that.
And chocolate.
Yeah, the chocolate or something.
Yeah, I do think they should have done something with the mom more in that promo.
So when Ray hit Dominic finally, and you were like, yeah, why was Dominic so scared?
And he was on the floor, right? No,
His
no.
face like, "Oh."
Please, Papa.
No me pegue, no me pegue. So did he remember all his time when his dad had the belt and was hitting him? Oh no, what did I do? So yeah, I mean, so right now, you're saying Dominic's gonna win, right?
No, lose.
No, sorry, lose, yeah. I mean, that's how we want, but they're always changing the storylines to like for you to like, oh, what the heck?
Or they do like a big old plot twist.
Yeah. Or would this be that Rey Mysterio's last match was beaten by his son?
True.
You know, kind of like passing the torch or something. I don't know. But you never know with these matches like this. This is a weird storyline. I never liked this storyline, but we'll see what happens on that one.
Yeah.
So we're talking about WrestleMania. The one thing I saw was a commercial with Drew McIntyre, Sheamus,
Rich Holland and Butch.
Rich Holland's Butch, and Rich Holland gets. They take Rich Holland to go get waxed.
Yeah.
And he takes off his shirt.
And he has a full body hair.
Yeah, because every week when you see him, he has no hair.
Yeah, he's shaved everywhere.
I think Sheamus goes, "Where did this hair come from?"
Oh, he's like, oh, I got like a V-neck down there.
He goes, "Oh no, does your sweater come out in a V-neck?"
Oh, yeah.
Does it come out in a V-neck? And so they lay him down, and
This lady starts waxing him. He starts shouting all this stuff. He starts cursing and everything.
well, she starts saying, "Oh, you need to clear my appointments." He goes, "It's gonna be a long day here." And then every time she rips one off,
He starts cursing and yelling.
beep, 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 beep. And then she keeps doing it, and then even Sheamus or Drew McIntyre are like, well, what is he saying?
Like, what?
Some different language or something. That doesn't make sense.
Now, one thing they go for is a nipple on him.
Oh yeah, they go, come on, don't do the nipple, and then Butch
And then
comes
Butch
in.
goes.
He takes it off.
Ugh.
So I thought that was a funny commercial. I mean, they have a lot of them, but that was a good one.
Yeah, but I think that was like the best one yet so far.
Let's talk about AEW. What's going on in the AEW world?
So in the first match of Dynamite this past Wednesday, it was Orange Cassidy, Sting, and Darby Allin versus it was House of Black, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure. But Sting was very funny in that match. He was doing it like he was rolling around the match, copying Cassidy's moves and things.
Yeah, because I know he was like now everybody does the little kick, like he puts his hands in the pockets
Yeah.
to pretend, and then he does like book kick, kick,
Yeah,
kick.
he does drop kicks with his hands in the pocket, which is very cool. It's hard to do.
And I don't know if it's a trend now that everybody's start making fun of Cassidy to keep doing that.
I mean, shout out for Sting though. He full on stole that match. He was very funny.
Yeah, I saw him like what?
He was rolling around in the mat because he was going to jump on the top rope and he started rolling around, teasing him and getting the man frustrated.
I thought that was funny, but yeah, he did real good on that one.
But yeah, I think it was Orange Cassidy and the group won. I believe so.
Yeah. So what about anything happening with Moxley this week?
Not really, no. Nothing really towards him this week.
But I know the Guns came out, and then FTR.
Yeah, and FDR came out. But I didn't really like the way they sounded
You talking about the Guns?
FDR.
Oh, you don't like the way they sounded?
No, because they sounded very desperate.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Yeah.
how like, okay, well, I guess you have nothing to offer and we'll put our career on the line to end our career as a tag team and to leave the company.
Yeah, but the Guns were just very annoying.
Oh yeah,
Right?
like you have nothing you can offer.
I mean, I don't know why they just didn't hit him. Like just yelling and yelling like some Karen person or something.
Yeah, I can see. I guess I'm not really used to that side of FTR sounding very desperate like that. I didn't really like that.
But you would think. I mean, I guess without a belt or something, they're not very. I say very passionate anymore.
And they want their belts back.
But the Guns have that belts for a while. Not too long.
Yeah.
6 months, maybe less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, but then does that mean that's the end of FTR if they lose?
I guess so, because I think because I don't think they're gonna leave the company, or they take a break from the company maybe, and they come back later on and they lose.
Yeah.
Because I do think it's still going to this pay-per-view called Double or Nothing.
Oh, okay.
That's the next pay-per-view coming up. I think in May.
May.
Yeah, late May, 27th. I think.
That was fun. Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see what happens with that. But yeah, those Guns were just very annoying.
Now, one thing I want to point out, that match was very disgusting. When the Guns spit on their faces,
my God. Yeah.
and you can see the jawline where like
the spit line. It just takes like
the
there.
spit line, yeah. And the stretching out, I would have vomited in the ring, and that was me.
I wonder if FTR went to the back. What the fuck, man? Are you serious? Did you
Yeah.
have to hawk it up? Just like pretend to get or something? Like, damn. I'm an actor. I go from the heart.
The one thing I would like to kind of like make a joke about is when they said we'll put our careers on line. I'm pretty sure like Tony Khan's in the back was like, wait a minute, where did they say the best part?
They're like, I don't remember signing off.
Like, wait a minute, when did you guys do that? We need you.
I kind of booked all the way to December.
Tony Khan, wait a minute.
Oh my God, so that's fun, yeah, to see what happens there. So what is going on with who's the next one I saw?
It was Hook versus Sterling. I'm like, what was part of his name?
Okay, so Hook. Oh, that's when the Firm came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with the storyline, Hook has been fighting with the Firm like a few weeks now. Actually, a few months, like 2. So I'm not sure. I can't remember what Sterling did with this storyline. Actually, no, because Hook actually injured him. Sterling. He broke his arm, which wasn't really broken after all.
Okay. So Sterling's coming out,
And the Firm behind him, when I was with him, we were like, like he's not going to do this.
and then he turns around,
Like, oh yeah.
and he walks more, and he looks back, and
It's
they're all
funny.
like, "Yay!"
It was funny how they're like. But before this match, they're prepping him. They did a lot of in ring. Like, they were boxing him like 5 times just from like to get used to the impact. So I'm glad they kind of prepped him, but it didn't work.
Yeah, because he was. Oh, well, he said he was mentally cleared. He wasn't mentally cleared.
No, he's not medically cleared.
So then he gave him a doctor's note, and he wanted to make it official.
Yeah, but it was a receipt for ringside because he's sick.
From Wingstop.
No, that was ringside. A receipt?
No, I thought. No, I said Wingstop. He
Oh,
said.
really?
Well, we'll find out later. So anyway,
Oh,
but it was handwritten that said he's sick.
Yeah, but let us know in the comments what it was.
Oh yeah, I'd like to hear that one to show that I'm right.
Or I'm right. But then he started saying, "Oh, guess what? Tonight I also retired."
Like he did not want that match at all. I was like, he's retiring? Like, for real? But I thought that was that was a little extra move. I thought that was good.
Yeah. Then the match starts, and then he
He
takes off
And
into the ground.
Yeah, he went to the crowd, but then
And then Hook on the back of the ring. And then Hook pulls out this whole big old barricade. Like, what the?
from underneath the ring, right?
Yeah. Like, what's he gonna put, like a car?
And then he lays it on the side there.
And then eventually he slams him on there.
Oh man.
But I mean, like, he really went through that match, Sterling. He didn't lose and everything. But I think that's a pretty good, funny match right there.
What about this character Hook? I really don't see him much in AEW. Does he come out a lot, or maybe some other shows?
He does come out a lot. Only on Dynamite necessarily, or actually both, Rampage and Dynamite.
Well, I watch that sometimes. I don't see him that much.
Actually, no, he comes in like every other week, I think.
Now, does he talk much at all?
No, he's not a talker.
All right.
But he is on a streak though, on wins. He hasn't lost yet.
All right.
So I guess Taz trained him well.
Yeah, but didn't train him on how to talk. Like, come on. Taz was known to talk, so I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, I'm nervous.
What about Taz? So Taz back in the day would wear that towel, right?
I hated that
black. Really?
Yeah, I hated that. That was so dumb.
Now Solo Sikoa kind of does the same thing too.
Yeah.
Because before it was white, now it's black on Solo Sikoa.
I didn't notice that. I noticed he changed it. But yeah, I never liked that from Taz. I'm like, what are you doing? Just
You know, he would walk all serious and straight.
yeah, because he was a small, chubby guy. So like, look at the tie on his head, and like look like you're gonna roll over there. But I thought it was funny. I wasn't really too much of a fan of his back in the day. So what else is with AEW?
So Kenny Omega had this dream match, they say, with this guy. I don't remember his name. But he's from Mexico. He did all this stuff, and he's really good at wrestling and luchador stuff. And they showed his background, it was insane. I can watch it later. But in the match, it was just crazy. And then the guy did a move on Kenny Omega, Hurricane Rana top rope, and Kenny Omega landed on his head on the mat.
Oh shoot! I'm surprised I didn't see this one yet. But yeah, oh man, that's crazy. So is Kenny Omega okay or?
And he was fine after the match. I guess he kind of like protected his hand a little bit.
Yeah, probably got a little dazed there. Like, hey, that's not the way you do it. Like he landed on his head. But I remember seeing something with Kenny Omega when they were trying to, maybe this a week or two back, when he wanted to go help somebody, but they're like, no, you need to stay here. You cannot go back and fight somebody.
Yeah, that was his buddies. His master and
was that his tag team people? Yeah. And what was going on with that?
So they got injured before the show started. So the show started and they showed like the ambulance taking them off, and Heyman actually went with them to the hospital.
Oh, okay. So then he wanted to go with them.
Yeah, it was like no, he got his match tonight. Like, like the God of Wrestling is back.
And who was he wrestling?
I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay.
It's a long name.
Oh, wow.
It's in Spanish.
So all right, moving to a different point.
Well, actually, after the match, Renee Marquette interviewed him after the match, and he mentioned something about how I don't know how much longer I'm gonna get to do this for you guys. So it's kind of like retirement is in his future, kind of.
Well, let's see. I mean, I've never really seen this guy besides AEW. So
me either. So he's doing me too.
Well, there's a lot of wrestlers in AEW I've never seen before. So,
yeah, same here.
Not even with Ring of Honor or something. Maybe one or two, but
I guess they all came from the
TNT or.
So they probably came from Indies.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, because where do these people come from? It's crazy.
I guess Tony Khan just found them all.
Yeah, because I mean there was a lot. I mean that's probably why explains why they're not all big. Like I keep saying every week on this podcast, that AEW wrestlers are all slim. You know?
I guess that's a good question about how Tony Khan found all these wrestlers.
I mean, he did good. I mean, there's a lot of good tag teams, triple threat, triple team members.
Especially new people who are trying to get their names up. So.
Okay, so just something on the side. Do you think CM Punk's coming back? Because I sent you an Instagram feed from CM Punk.
Yeah, his story. So I think this could be a potential return. I'm not really sure about it because it looked like there is heat backstage already with him. But if he's saying like Chris Jericho and all that, putting hate towards them, I don't think he's gonna come back. And probably go somewhere else. I'm not sure where.
Because even he says like how Dave Meltzer was a liar.
Dave Meltzer is actually a reporter.
Yeah, and Jericho was a liar and a stooge. They were always plans coming back but changing. But he's never putting his health in front of his the company again.
Yeah, because he broke his ankle in a match, mid-match.
Yes, that was with Moxley, right?
Possibly, yeah.
But then in the tweet he says he's never seen a Rocky movie, like a comeback.
Yeah.
Like, you never seen Rocky? Like what?
Like what?
Like what? I saw a lot of comments. What do you mean you never seen Rocky? How old are you?
I mean, even I kind of saw some Rockies too, like Rocky 4.
Yeah. That was crazy. I mean, I say he broke his ankle or whatever, injured his ankle in AEW. So therefore, I think he's coming back to AEW. Now I know there's always a lot of tension in the background or with
backstage
CM Punk because of his views and what he says. But the thing is, he's never been afraid to say
what's on his mind.
Yeah. So I still predict, and I think I saw something where a report, I forget who's the one who said it, but it says Tony Khan has plans for somebody who's been out for 9 months coming back. And how long has CM Punk been out? Is it less than 9 months, or?
I would have to check how long he's been out.
So I'm curious to see, like, okay, now there's more reports and CM Punk's name is being out there now. So I wonder if they are making plans or if there's a surprise coming later.
I didn't start watching AEW to like a year later. They started.
Yeah.
So I'm not really like have knowledge on them to the point where I started watching. So, but I think if he does come back and he needs to go for a title reign, he's gonna win a title, and that should be about it.
Be a WWE thing with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Wins the title. Goldberg wins it. Like, what is going on with these things?
Yeah, because he's gonna go for a title. Whoever's the champion at the moment when he comes back.
Because he lost to the last match, right? Or did he win with Moxley?
I think it was neither, because he re-broke his ankle mid-match.
That's right.
So last podcast we talked about favorite tag teams. So now let's go more easier topic and talk about favorite factions, past and present, on both brands.
All right. Well,
for you, one brand.
Well, factions, of course, you know, there's always been that one with the DX was always my favorite one, because it was one like starting out on camera, you know, where you actually see it. And of course, they have that famous one, like a little pretend tank or whatever. They go into WCW.
Oh yeah, they're like not.
Yeah, and then they do all kinds of stuff outside.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know, spray painting their names on everywhere. So, but that was just a fun one. You know, it was always good to see them, and it was good to see Shawn Michaels on a different level. Yeah. Because Shawn Michaels was the funny, the dumb one, and the comedy one, and it showed his true colors of how he is on, you know, off stage. And then Triple H too, you know, brought a little side of him too, being funny.
And we still see that side to this day on both of them.
Yeah. And then, of course, you know, then we got Billy Gunn, you know, you got Road Dogg, X-Pac. I never really liked him. I never liked X-Pac. Nah, I never liked him. Of course, China was in there, and China was like good, powerful. We used to come out with Chris Jericho a lot. I think they were partners in a lot of the stuff they did together, too. But, yeah, those are the ones I like. AEW, like we're now, factions now, I don't really see much in WWE. I mean, sorry, it's the bloodline, but I don't know. I don't really have one right now.
I mean, there's Orange Cassidy with his best friends group.
If anything, then.
And there's the JS with Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, technically.
I'll probably go with the Elite. Elite is.
Elite is more of a trio, but the guy is just a manager.
Is that the one that we just talked about? The guy.
Yeah, it's about how to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. I think that's it. I mean, it's a trio, and so is the House of Pain with one girl. So it's a trio. That's another trio. So I think that's.
What about the Nation of Domination?
Who?
Nation of Domination.
Is that I don't know who that one is.
That was like The Rock and some people.
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I remember there was another one with The Rock, Stone Cold, with Stephanie McMahon, Test.
Oh, that was not Test.
With Attitude. Yeah, Test was in there.
I know, but I'm talking about some other group.
Okay, but yeah, I mean that was a small faction because they were trying to take over, beat. I think it was Triple H, and before they started the D-Generation X or something. But that was another one back in the day there.
So I think mine would be, of course, DX and Orange Cassidy and them, and the JS.
Why Orange Cassidy?
Because I really think they're like a funny group. They do a lot of stuff. especially Danhausen with the face paint. He does he's very funny. In the ring.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he is a weird character. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the.
Yeah, he is funny. He does do good in that, especially when he wrestles doing that paint too.
And then be the JAS with Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and some other people. Because I need that group. It's really for pushing people under Chris Jericho's wing. Well, not Jake Hager, but other people.
That's Jay Hager's that purple hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was cool.
I guess that the Acclaimed and the Blackpool Combat Club and the Elite, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, that's cool. I mean, that was different, though. But factions, like I said, back in the day, they didn't have too many of those. You know, they might just have little groups, but nothing big like the Bloodline.
Yeah.
The way they have that now. So what else you got?
That's about it.
All right. Well, that's all we got. Thank you for watching. If don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video.
And you can follow us on Twitter.
And the links will be down below in the description. And if you have any comments that you want to say about wrestling or some topics you want to ask, put them in the comment section down below.
And we'll see you guys next time on the next podcast.
Yay.
Peace.